I'll bring you something horrible.
Welcome back to It's Too Bad, the show where we watch the worst movies and try to find the silver linings in them. My name is Jason.
I'm Ted, and 'tis the season for you guys, because we have a great Christmas movie coming up here. Well, great. Well, it was a treat. Christmas Evil.
Originally came out as You Better Watch Out.
Which I find is a great title.
I think it's a much better title.
Yeah.
1980. So this is, from what I can tell, one of, if not the first, killer Santa movies.
Mm-hmm.
And that became an entire genre in the 80s and 90s.
Yes.
This kind of sparked it all off. And while I think that's an interesting type of film to make, I don't know if this movie is the landmark Killer Santa movie.
Right, that you would want to watch
Right.
if you're watching a horror Christmas movie.
Right.
The movie opens up, we see Santa, the actual Santa, go down the chimney. He gives gifts. Kids and mom are watching from the stairs. Kid laughs. He goes, "Oh no!" And Santa goes back up the chimney. Then they disappear. Okay. We now know that it's this the little brother's view of what he thought was happening.
That wasn't Daddy.
Wasn't Daddy? You're crazy, Harry.
No, you're crazy. You don't know nothing, Philly.
This is a scene that's played out maybe last Christmas,
Right.
and he wants to remember it. And so this kid goes down, and in Mama kissing Santa Claus style, Santa is doing stuff to Mom. And it was a very awkward scene because he's not doing anything really.
Right.
He's just, the position of where he was, very awkward.
It was.
And so he sees this, and he thinks that that's the real Santa. We know that it's probably Dad, and it's a very weird fetish thing that's going on.
Yeah.
Fine. He runs up into the attic and then cuts himself on a snow globe. Was it
A broken snow globe that he knocked
there we are,
over. It was very Citizen Kane.
And so from this point, we fast forward to 1980. This kid is 40-something years old now. A really crappy apartment. Santa pictures everywhere.
Right.
So at this point, you think the kid is damaged because of what he saw his mom and Santa doing, and you think you'd want to get back at Santa. That was my whole thought.
Yeah.
Is maybe he hates Santa so much that he still believes he's real, A, and B, he's going to kill him.
Right.
Okay, we find out that that is not the case at all.
Yeah.
He wants to be Santa.
Yeah, that sparked something in him that should have gone the other way, but it's total Oedipus situation. That made him want to be Santa, like maybe Santa gets chicks or I don't know what.
He works at a toy shop.
Right,
That
toy factory.
Toy factory, sorry.
That sort of is very specific to Christmas. It's written in candy cane letters. You know that it is specifically for Christmas because those factories exist. So it's the North American version of Santa's workshop, basically. For whatever reason, he spies on everyone. This is Santa's job. So he is spying on all these kids to see if they're naughty or nice. Most of these kids are nice. One kid in particular is always getting into trouble, and so he's got his giant book that he writes all these kids' names in. Super creepy.
Really creepy. More than likely, they haven't seen it. He's on top of a building with binoculars looking into children's rooms.
Spying.
Okay, like
Not-
literally spying
not
on
just
them.
like-
It's not like he's like walking by a schoolyard, which is still creepy anyway, but he's literally on top of a building just looking and then making notes.
But it doesn't stop there. With the kids, he spies on his brother,
I noticed that too.
who sends the kids out to another room and then starts to make love to his wife in the living room.
Yes.
And he just stares, like standing outside of their house looking through the windows. What is it? Like he's got to watch his family.
Yeah, which is another dark secret in his mind that we really should explore, but don't want to.
No, thank you.
Right, but that movie could have taken that tone.
Right.
Instead, we are left with, okay, now I'm watching my other family member have sex, and so now I'm going to snap even more. Well,
Right.
obviously he has 2 kids.
Yeah.
Guy, come on.
It's
Maybe he
happened
doesn't
before.
know the miracle of life. But at that moment, he makes the decision to fully go Santa, right?
Right.
Because
Full Santa.
Full Santa. To a point where he even tries to go down a chimney. Okay? When you go to a movie that's Christmas Evil and it's about Santa killing people, what do you want to see?
Santa killing people.
Great. What do we not see?
Santa killing anybody.
He doesn't kill someone, I think, for a full hour.
Right.
In this movie. There's a midnight mass. People are filing out of church. Three people.
Once you start swinging a hatchet,
You're just going for
yeah.
it at that point. You've lost all control.
He's not just going around killing people. He's killing people that he feels did him wrong.
Wronged
Or did-
him.
Wrong. Right. Exactly. It's not like greater good. He goes and tries to murder his coworker that just tricked him into taking his shift once.
Wife in bed with him.
Inches.
Heavy sleeper.
Yes, very.
Must have taken some medicine. She was out. Wasn't it a toy bag or something?
Yeah.
It was jingling and
That's
all
right.
sorts of stuff. And he was just like
Yeah.
trying to kill him. And then he takes the star off the tree by his bed,
Because people have trees in their bedroom.
a sharp one too, and cuts his throat.
At that point, you think that there's going to be a killing spree.
Yeah.
That was the end of it. There was not a single person murdered after that.
No.
Right?
And then his brother snaps and tries to murder Santa, actually chokes him out
Yeah.
in his kitchen while his wife is watching. Okay? And then he thinks he killed his brother, picks up his brother, dead weight, lifts him, drags him outside, drags him down a couple stairs down outside, puts him into his van.
into the van.
Okay, gets him all situated like he was sitting there, and he just died in his van.
Right.
Santa wakes up,
Of course he does.
side punches him. Not even a full on, so it was like this. It's just a side punch. Guy goes flying. Santa turns on the van and he swerves off a bridge. And at this point, the movie could redeem itself for me. If he just realized I made a mistake, I'm a murderer, I'm going to take myself out for the greater good.
Yeah.
Okay, that does not happen. Or maybe it does, and we don't get to see it. But we're left with Santa's sleigh on his creepy van.
Yeah.
And he drives off this bridge, and he just keeps flying like Santa's sleigh
Towards the moon.
towards the moon.
Yeah.
And the brother looks up in awe and wonder, like, did he become Santa Claus? And is this what we have to look forward to every Christmas? A murderer.
Exactly.
Yeah, no good. No good.
So what is good?
Okay, so let's talk about this. It was shot well.
It was shot well. I mean, it's on par with the genre films of that era. It's lit interestingly. It's not flat. It doesn't look comedic. It looks like you're watching a film.
Right, a gritty
Exactly.
film. Yeah.
So it's shot really well, but
It misses the mark on plot.
Yeah.
That's all it, I mean, really, when you look at it, if it was shot like that and what we had Santa creepy saying, Silent Night and then stabbing a
Right,
candy
yeah.
cane in someone's, jugular, we'd be like, yeah,
exactly.
woo, that's what we wanted. We didn't get that.
no. I thought that the music was well placed for a Christmas movie.
Okay.
I don't think any of the suspenseful music really was all that suspenseful.
Right.
But darn it, when I'm hearing those Christmas songs,
Yeah.
I'm excited for Christmas.
Okay.
I want to sing along with those songs. And they picked good versions of the songs too. It wasn't super Muzak-y. There were some familiar versions that they got the licensing for, but half and half. So, the Christmas stuff, perfect. And they could have been super cheesy.
Yeah.
It could have been Christmas rock music or whatever, but they kept it traditional
Yeah.
Christmas music, something that he would have listened to growing up in the 40s.
Yeah, it would be just like
47
Bing
was-
Crosby. Yeah.
Right. I
Okay.
thought that was good for his character. Nobody else was really in the Christmas mood, but he is all the time. So
Yes. It's a tall order to make a Christmas season seem scary.
Right.
There are unnerving Christmas songs
Sure.
that they could have used. And I thought it was just a little, once they hit the jolly notes, I thought, you're right. It made me want Christmas. It did not make me feel like this guy's creepy.
Right.
It made me feel like, oh, Christmas.
Exactly.
And then he murdered people. You're like, oh, no. Like, that's not what we wanted. So,
And
but
they could have made those moments more tense by playing the jolly Christmas music over it. The
Yes.
juxtaposition of that would have been
Yes.
perfect for his mental state. As far as casting, what did you think of the main character?
I'm guessing a no name because I had no idea who he was, which I think a lot of them were, and that helped
Yeah.
with this. I didn't need a name. It made me a little bit creeped out by him from not knowing who he was, and
Right.
because I don't have another previous thing, I almost felt like this is really him. He looked the part. which is sad.
Yeah.
Whoever it is, I'm sorry. And he was really struggling in some scenes, but overall, I think he did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
So what we like to do here on It's Too Bad is to do our review. Pretty much any movie starts like this for us. We won't be doing, Citizen Kane up here, right? We'll be doing down. This is where our bar is set, and then it can also go down to here where it's just so bad you can't watch, which would be something like Manos or perhaps Birdemic for some. Where would you rank your viewing?
Oh, man, I don't know if I want to admit, but I've seen quite a lot of Killer Santa movies in my day.
This is my first.
and variations, Jack Frost, Killer Snowman, so killer Christmas films, they exist and they're out there and there's plenty of them. I really put this at the bottom of those.
Okay.
I don't know if it's they didn't know what they wanted. I don't know if other Christmas horror filmmakers saw this and said, I would have done this differently and then made a better film.
Okay.
This is the first one, so it didn't have anything to draw upon.
Right.
Production value is pretty good. It's the writing that makes the whole thing suffer because it just doesn't know where it wants to be. So I'm going to put it just slightly lower than middle on that.
Wow, okay. I'm surprised.
I wouldn't be back. There's no reason for me to come
Okay.
back to this. It's not kitschy enough. There's not laughable moments.
Which is what I wanted.
Right.
When I came in, all I wanted was a quotable moment.
Right.
When he kills someone, he says the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, give him a catchphrase.
Yeah, and there was nothing like that. And so for me personally, I thought quality was well, but that's, again, not enough to make me come back. It's not Manos.
No?
So I mean, if this is bad, we're going to push it about here. I won't be back. I won't even recommend this to see a Christmas horror film. This would not be my first choice. It would definitely be one of the last. Well, we hope you enjoyed this review on Christmas Evil. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave your comments down below. We'll be back next week with our podcast on Christmas Evil to dive into the truly amazing film this is. We'll be back 2 weeks here with another video for you guys to sink in and enjoy. It'll probably be another Christmas classic, I'm sure.
I think it will.
So we hope to see you there.